Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go.
Hey everyone, what's good? It's your boy Lethal Talent 24 coming at you with another video. Now, this is going to be obviously defeated Monday, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles lost to the Green Bay Packers 30 and Philadelphia Eagles 16. Now, the big story within this game was Jalen Hurts. Carson Wentz being benched for Jalen Hurts, man. And the offense could only generate 3 points with Carson Wentz in the first half. We've seen this before with Nick Foles. We've seen it more recently with Carson Wentz, obviously. So then Doug decides, Jalen Hurts needs to be put in and needs to be put in for the second half of the game. Apparently, Carson Wentz was unaware of this because he was thinking he was going back in. So, the Philadelphia Eagles made a power move and decided to get, to go with Hurts over Wentz, man. And honestly, when Carson Wentz is in the pocket, that offensive line can't hold up longer than what needs to be. I mean, the thing is like with quarterbacks, you need to get out the ball in 2.4 seconds, right? Well, he was sacked within that same time frame. You want to get the ball out. 2.4 seconds, man. He was sacked 5 times, mind you. 5 times. That old line cannot hold up for Carson Wentz. And by the time there's nobody open, and Carson, it seemed like he was always trying to force plays. Not only that, he was trying to extend plays long enough for somebody to get open. It's not only that, but his mechanics always have been just absolute terrible. They've been trash this season. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his mechanics versus you look at Aaron Rodgers' mechanics, like Aaron Rodgers had great QB coaches. Not only that, but he somehow managed to turn weaknesses or no-nos of quarterback play into something. He morphed it into something that could be used as a strength. He not only bought time for himself to find wide open receivers, but his offensive line didn't allow pressure within 3 seconds. Good Lord, man. You just see him, he's bouncing that back there, he's calm. You know what I'm saying? And you could hear Tony Romo talk about, finding soft spot in the pocket. It was hard to see any kind of real soft spots, but I understand what he was saying. You want to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? You want to move to where, there's a bit of a opening within that same pocket and then distribute the ball. Well, Carson Wentz couldn't do that, man. He couldn't buy himself enough time. His offensive line couldn't buy him enough time. His receivers, they couldn't get open. And unless they were wide open, or at least partially open, like Wentz is not going to pull the trigger for whatever reason. And then when you see Jalen Hurts in there, you see him distributing the ball. And he looked better than Carson Wentz, but that's really not saying much. When Carson was in trouble, he dropped his eyes and tried to freaking run, which I hate. Look for the open person, man. That throw, even though it should have been a pass interference to Boston Scott or whatever, it wasn't called, but he had Jalen Reagor wide open in the underneath. And that was the decision making from Hurts, man. It was better. He was able to get out of potential sacks, other than the one that I saw him get sacked for. Yes, he threw an interception. I wasn't particularly happy with him, just running around though. Because if he has to do that, that means our O-line's not protecting. And see, like, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it's really just, the fourth, like, Green Bay was playing soft coverage, man. They pretty much felt that the game was over, and they were just being real lax. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know the bomb, or the 34-yard pass to Jalen Reagor was a man coverage, but, at the same time, man, it's like, okay, well, that's great. Other than that, what else did you see from Jalen Reagor? The punt return, that's a special teams play. That's not an offensive play. So, you really didn't see much after that from Jalen Reagor. And then, I'm just not impressed by this offense. I'm not impressed by this team. I'm not impressed by Doug. Doug refuses to run the ball. It is what it is. Now, like, we have a controversy, going into the Saints game, who's going to be starting, man. And everybody thinks a lot of people thinks it should be Hurts. A lot of people think, it's kind of split. At this point, you just want to see what Jalen Hurts has. Put him up against Taysom Hill and, see if he can move this offense. It's a lose-lose, because if Hurts goes in to the Saints game as a starter and stinks it up and looks bad, everybody's going to say, well, he went against the number one defense in the league. But if he kills it, he went against the number one defense in the league. If they put Carson Wentz goes in there and he struggles, get him out, he's a bum, you sit and you bench him again, that's going to break his psyche even more, man. So, any way you look at it, you want to hope for the best possible outcome. But at the end of the day, man, when you have all these weapons and the coaches won't use them, such as Miles Sanders, such as, they put in Jordan Howard to try to use him. I don't know. To me, he kind of looked out of shape. I don't know. But that's just me. But, hell, he got those tough yards. And then, with Boston Scott, like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem, this team doesn't seem to know what it's doing from the top to the bottom. And it shows. So, I'm just along for the ride at this point, man. I don't really care, what they do at this point, because, they're just going to do whatever they think is right, which we all know at this point, they have no idea what they're doing, and it shows. So, anyway, that's all I got. So, you guys let me know how you feel about the Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts controversy. Let me know what you think. Who do you think should be starting in the game against the Saints? Let me know in the comments below. Other than that, guys, that's all I got. So, keep your talent sharp. Go Birds. EAGLES, Eagles. And that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace.
Every time they put me in a battle, I'm lethal. Nigga too sweet and low, you ain't equal. Shut 'em down.